Hey, grade sixes. So today you're doing IXL Z9 and 10. Just a little quick note. So it is officially Wednesday for me, even though it is Thursday for you. And so with that in mind, I am wearing my double bun. And I hope that you sixes girls have done the same. I'm having fun. Someone enjoys it too. So, all right, let's get going with today's math. So we're continuing working with a little bit of 2D shapes. So today there are maybe two things that you need to work on. All right, and so once you get that down, the rest is super easy. So let's get going with Z9. And I just want to start by showing you there are two things you need to know. And I'm going to write them down right now, even before we read the question. There's two things you need to know. The first thing is when you are adding up the angles, so angle sum means adding up of a triangle, it will always, always, always add up to 180 degrees. All right. And angle sum of a quadrilateral is a four-sided figure, is 360 degrees. Now let me show you why. I'm going to draw a rectangle for you, right? So if in a rectangle, you are going to cut it in half from corner to corner, let's do a different, here we go. Corner to corner, you are cutting in half. What two things do you see there? You see two triangles. And we know that if over here, this is 180 degrees, because that's a triangle, right? So, and this is 180 degrees, because that is also a triangle. If you add 180 degrees plus another 180 degrees, you will equal 360, right? Let's write it there. Is equal to 360. Okay. So, all right, working with the mouse. Okay, so let's look at this question now. We are given two angles in a triangle. We're missing one over here. So what we're going to do, we're going to add up what we've got, 27 plus 90. So what does that equal? Get your calculator. We're going to go 27 plus 90, and that is equal to 117. Okay, now we know this is a triangle, and the angle sum of a triangle is 180. So total should be 180. We're going to subtract 117 because that's what the other two angles are. Okay, so we got our total is 180 for a triangle. We're taking away 90 plus 27, which equals 117. And that will give us the remaining angle size. So 180 minus 117, and we are left with 63. So 63 is the missing angle in our triangle. Let's try another one. I'm going to leave these notes here for you to refer to, but let me just erase that. Okay, so here we have a triangle. Stop, pause, see if you can get to the answer, and then come back and check. So we're going to add up the angles that we've been given, 116 plus 31, and that gives us 80. Sorry, I pressed subtract. 116 plus 31, that is 147. All right, and we know that the angle sum of a triangle is 180 degrees. We're going to subtract our 147. That is made up of these two guys so that we can see what we've got left. So 180 minus 147, and that leaves us with 33 degrees. All right, let's do one more question together. This is quite a big one. what is the measure of the missing angle? So we can see that this guy right here is not a triangle. So we can see that what we did over here, the angle sum of the quadrilateral is 360 degrees. Remember, if you forgot that, that's fine. All you need to know is that your triangle will equal 180 degrees. Once you've got that, you're set for the rest of everything, all right? So let's draw. Let's say we've forgotten that angle sum of quad is 360 degrees. So we can start at any corner, that's fine. So if I start here and I draw straight along to that corner, that's not going to make a triangle, that's just a straight line right now. So I'm going to go to the next corner, which is over here. And if I always start from the same corner every time. If I go to this guy, that's not going to make a triangle either, that's also a straight line. So we can see that in this shape, we've got 1, 2 triangles. Right, so we've got 180 plus 180, which is 360 degrees. Okay, right, so we will use this quite a lot in the next example, the next activity for the day. So let's add up all the angles that we've been given. 60 plus 64 plus 151. And what does that give us? Use your calculator. 60 plus 64 plus 151. And that gives me 275, right? So we know the total should be 360 for a quad. We're going to subtract 275. And what will that leave us with? That leaves me with 85 degrees. So I know my final angle here is 85. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at Z10. Sums of angles in polygons. Oh, okay. Let us just bring this up a little bit and let us get rid of that. Okay, remember we are trying to find the angle sum of this shape. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4-sided shape. And so we're going to add drawing our triangles. So we start at any angle, but here I'm starting on this bottom left. And if we go straight up, that's a straight line. So we're going to go there. And we can make that into 2 triangles, right? So that means that's 180 and 180, which is 360. Let's add the angles that we've been given. Excuse me. Right, let's go. 105. We're adding 120. And we're adding 85. And what does that give us? 105 plus 120 plus 85. That gives us 310 degrees. We know that the angle sum of the quad is 360 degrees. We take away our 310 that we've got. And what does that leave us with? Let's use our calculator again. Oh, we're left with 50 degrees. Okay, so we know that R is 50 degrees. Okay, let's try another example. Let's get rid of that guy. Now, this is a slightly different question because it doesn't give us any angles. So let's read the question. The words will tell us how this is going to be different to the other ones. Okay, so the question says, what is the sum of the angle measures in the shape? So basically, they are wanting to, this is what they're looking for. They're looking for only the angle sum, not what each angle is. Okay, so angle sum, that means we've got to draw our triangles. If I start at bottom left, if I go up there, that's not a triangle, that's a straight line. So I'll go to the next guy, and then I'll go back from the same point every time I go to the next corner, right? If I go again to the next corner, that's just a straight line, so that's not creating another one. So I've got 1, I've got 2, and I've got 3 triangles that this has made. So what I'm going to do with this question, I'm going to go, well, 3 times by, and how many degrees does one triangle make? We know that is equal to 180, right? So we've got 3 triangles in this shape. So we're going to go 3 times 180, use your calculator, 180 times by 3, that leaves you with 540 degrees. And that is the answer to this question. It's asking what is the sum of the angle measures. 540 degrees is the answer to this guy. Okay, all right. Now, this is looking like a very interesting shape. Let's just erase our last little guys. Okay. Looking at this question, it's asking what is M? First, we need to find out, well, what is our angle sum meant to be? So let's make our triangle start anywhere. Doesn't matter, I'm going to start here. I can't go to the first one, that's just a straight line. So the second one will give me a triangle. Go back to the same point every time. And you do a triangle from that point to every single corner that you see, right? And some of these corners are so slight that you can hardly see, but it's indicated by actually writing an angle at that point, right? All right, and we've got one more corner to go to. If I try to go to the next corner, it's a straight line, so that's not going to help us. Okay, so we've done all the triangles that we can. It looks kind of like a cool shell that you pick up at the beach. Now we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have got 8 triangles. Okay, so what is 8 triangles? 8 times 180, right? Let's work that out on our calculator. 180 times by 8 is equal to 1,440 degrees. Okay, now they've given us the angles and we can add them all up to see what is left over for M to be, right? So let's go. We've got 160, we've got 125, we've got another 160, we've got a 170. Use your finger on your screen so you don't leave any of them out. 120 plus 150 plus 140 plus 145. Now with so many, let's just make this a little bit longer. Okay. With so many, you need to be careful that you've got them all actually represented. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 angles. Obviously not including M, so let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I know that I've got them all. I haven't missed any of them out. What does that equal? Use your calculator. 160 plus 125 plus 160 plus 170 plus 140 plus 120 plus 150 plus 140 plus 145. That gives me 1,310. So now what I do, I take my total, which we worked out should be 1,440. We subtract all the angles that we've got, and that will leave us what is left for M. So we subtract 1,440 and 1,310, and we are left with an angle of 130 degrees. All right, so that is a bit of a longer question, but do you see how to work it out with cutting your shape into triangles? Count your triangles, multiply that by 180, and you know what your angle sum needs to be. Add them all up, see what's left for your M. I hope you guys have a fantastic day further and a fantastic Easter weekend. If this is the last time that you are seeing my face today, I know we do have a Zoom call at 1, but I'm not sure if you're watching this before or after. Hopefully before, so that you can just come to the Zoom meeting with some further questions that you have and not starting from scratch. But have a great weekend and see you later.